Hey everybody, let's see what we have today. Early voting began in Escambia County, but Alabama residents won't have that option. And we have both sides of that argument. And a Bayou La Batre police officer has been fired after a search warrant was performed on his home last month. Plus, a man accused of killing his neighbor's goat. He's been arrested. Now, what piece of evidence led to his arrest? Stick with us. We'll bring you those stories and more here on News 5 Now.
This is News 5 Now, streaming live to your neighborhood and around the world.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy Jones. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on News 5 Now, where we're going to bring you the hottest stories here on the Gulf Coast, as well as our Facebook poll and our question of the day, because this just helps us give you guys a chance to interact with us, give us a chance to interact with you guys, our audience. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in those big stories. Now, number 5, we have right here. While early voting is an option in most states and is going on right now, it is not an option in 3 states, New Hampshire, Mississippi, and Alabama. Some say voters getting to the polls too early could open the door to election fraud, while others argue that it has the same safeguards as voting in person. Meanwhile, over in Florida, early voting has begun and will end on November the 2nd. On to number 4, we have eastbound traffic on Highway US 98 will be reduced to 1 lane tonight as FDOT workers make drainage pipe repairs in Mary Esther. The closure will stretch from Robbie's Drive to La Brista Beach Circle. It will start at 8 p.m. with all lanes reopening by 6 a.m. tomorrow, weather permitting. While westbound lanes won't be affected, drivers should still expect slowdowns. Lane closures on 98 have already caused significant delays, most recently this morning as FDOT crews worked on a nearby stretch of the highway. These repairs may cause more congestion, so drivers should be ready for responsible disruptions and remember to watch for crews working on site. Number 3. Baldwin Health in Foley has gotten final approval from the Alabama Department of Public Health to move ahead with its transition plans to occupy the new hospital tower. That means a big move this weekend and some changes you need to know about if you need to get in or out of the hospital. The emergency room entrance will remain open at the north end of the hospital. The south tower, however, will become the new main entrance temporarily as the second phase of the project gets underway on Monday, remodeling the lobby area. Almost 100 patients will transfer from the original facility to the new one Saturday morning. Number 2. A Bayou La Batre police officer has been fired. Mayor Henry Barnes Sr. says he decided to terminate B.J. Squires because he violated departmental policies and exhibited behavior of a police officer. Investigators with the sheriff's office had a warrant to search Squires' home last month after allegations he had inappropriate relationships with younger girls. Mayor Barnes also tells us that the Mobile County Sheriff's Office and Federal Bureau of Investigation are involved, and we'll have a lot more on this story tonight at WKRG News 5 at 10, where I will be reporting on the story. And number 1. The man accused of killing his neighbor's pet goat in Theodore has now been arrested. Raymond Pendergrass now faces animal cruelty charges. Pendergrass was caught on camera this month beating his neighbor's goat with a bat and shooting one named Peanut before putting Peanut in the back of a truck and driving away, News 5 learned. Pendergrass was taken into custody late Monday night, and he will appear in court Wednesday morning for a bond hearing. And that's it for our big stories of the day, where we're telling you the biggest topics here along the Gulf Coast. Now, we're going to go ahead and transition over to our question of the day. Now, our question of the day is where we are going to ask you our question, and we're going to go through our Facebook comments to read your answers to our question. Now, this one may tear some people up. It's a little bittersweet, but we definitely want to reminisce over our beloved broadcaster, Mel Showers. 50 years in the business now. What are some of your favorite memories of Mel Showers Gulf Coast? You know, Mel Showers has been a big pioneer in broadcast journalism, worked for WKRG for 50 years, and he sadly passed away over the weekend at the age of 78. So we're going to go ahead and read some of the comments of you guys' favorite memories. Now, I'll be, reading all of this here. Let's see. Dolores said, my husband used to love to hear Mel say, here's Randy Patrick. You know, Randy Patrick, our former sports director. I also loved hearing him speak about his family. So professional, but also down to earth and kind. He will be missed. Nancy says, my family owned a convenience store on Navco Road many years ago. I was working and Mel came in looking for mornings at elementary. I told him that I thought famous people had a chauffeur to get to their destination. He bust out laughing. I finally sent him on his way. Aww. Mel Showers was the face of nightly news for 50 years in Mobile and was loved and respected by everyone. What a true statement. Always professional, always smiling, always a good human being. He broke the mold for integrity in the TV broadcasting anchor role. He will be so very missed. Now, a little bit about me, sure most viewers know, or if anyone knows me personally knows, I'm not native to Mobile. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, but I do remember hearing about Mel Showers back in home. Like, that was a very popular name as well, just because he's a very big pioneer for black journalists as well, and he's paved the way for a lot of times. He was really setting the tone during the height of the civil rights movement or era, and for him to move from being I know at first he was a booth host, then he moved to reporting, and then he got on the desk. So, I remember in my career here, our anchor, Roseanne Haven, still kept in touch with Mel. And I never forget one time she was on the phone with Mel Showers here in our newsroom, and she was like, oh, Jeremy, I'm going to put him on speaker. Mel wants to say something to you. And first I was like, Mel Showers wants to talk to me? Mel Showers. And I was like over here sweating and a little starstruck. And he said, Jeremy, you do such a good job. I love watching you. You do a phenomenal, phenomenal job. Made me tear up. And I was like, you know what, Mel, I'm going to keep going just for you. It was a little bittersweet hearing, knowing that he thinks I do a good job, and just knowing that he paved the way for a lot of people in my position to be, journalists and, be broadcast journalists rather in this business. So I don't know. It warmed my heart up a lot. Chad says he was one of the main reasons I tuned into News 5. Mel was the man to trust. I remember spotting him and Roseanne at a Christmas parade back when I was a kid. He'll be missed. Aww. Everyone loved, and that was a comment, and this one here, what Kim said, everyone loved the way Mel Showers would introduce Randy Patrick in the newscast. That's a common one I would hear a lot of people saying. I miss the way he would, introduce Randy Patrick. Here's Randy Patrick for sports, My first memory is from his reporting from the aftermath of Hurricane Frederick. Loved his short sleeve shirts and ties. Also had a great, sincere smile. Here's another one. Stewart says how he would say, now it's time for sports, Randy Patrick. I need to hear him, hear an old clip of him saying that so I can get the name down or the tone down. And Hamilton says, I worked at WKRG as an intern in the mid-'90s while I was a student at Spring Hill. Mel was always so sweet and kind to everyone, and he was always smiling. I love my time working at WKRG. So many fun memories. Wow. So I see it's fair to say that Mel Showers was loved by everybody here on the Gulf Coast. So he will be missed, and may his legacy continue forever. Now, we're going to transition over to our Facebook poll, which I'm reading the question now. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's see what you guys had to say. So our poll is, should private health insurance cover over-the-counter birth control? Here's how you voted. 70% of you guys said yes. 30% of you guys said no. That's an interesting question. All right, and now we're going to transition over to what to do next. So this is what you guys are going to do next for me, okay? Because we are amazing here at WKRG. You're going to turn over to channel 5.1 WKRG TV. And you're going to see the last bit of the CBS Evening News. And then while you're here watching this right now, you're going to give us a like here on Facebook because we give such amazing content. So what you're going to do, give us a like on Facebook. That way you'll be notified every time at 5:30 when we're about to do News 5 Now. We do it here at 8, 12:30, and 5:30. So you're going to be notified. We would love for you guys to stay on top of things with us. And then after you do all those amazing things, right, after you like us, say how amazing we are, you're then going to go to CBS Evening News. You're going to catch up the last bit if you can of whatever they're talking about at the moment. I'm seeing the TV now. Can't really make out what the story is, but it looks very interesting. So you're going to go ahead, turn to CBS Evening News. Then you're going to keep your TV on that channel, and you're going to watch WKRG News 5 at 6 with our Roseanne Haven and Cherish Lombard. Peter Albrecht still has the night off, okay? So you'll be there with our two anchors, Chief Meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth and Sports Director Simone Eli. So hopefully thank you guys so much for joining me here at News 5 Now. Thank you for being here to party with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.